It's a big honor for me to receive this award tonight on behalf of the Andrei Rylko Foundation for Health and Social Justice. Our organization was created as a platform for community initiatives to promote humane drug policy in Russia. And tonight I would like to acknowledge the people who use this platform to develop the initiatives and action to protect people's health and human rights. First of all, I want to thank our great harm reduction team who go out every evening to the streets to provide life-saving services to Moscow drug users. They are really caring and passionate people and bring not only syringes, condoms, health advice and referral, but also so much needed support and warmth from heart to drug users who need it most. We do it disregarding the opposition of the officials to harm reduction programs, despite often lack of financing or harsh winter. I thank our great partners from Gallery Zhir and Creative Bureau How Does It Work, who in the past year have brought the issues of humane drug policy up on the agenda of social, political and art activists and are helping to change the public discourse on drugs, despite stigma and lack of critical thinking in the wider society. I also thank our regional activists who most courageously fight for their own rights. They dare to sue the authorities for access to opioid substitution treatment, which is legally banned in Russia, for protection from torture and inhumane treatment, for access to HIV, hepatitis C and tuberculosis treatment, of which drug users are often deprived. Several of these brave activists are now in prisons, and I would like to express solidarity with Denis Matveyev, Evgeny Konushev, Dmitry Palushkin, who have been charged with alleged drug offenses, and Ivan Anoshkin, who is now criminally prosecuted. Even from prisons, they continue to challenge the current system and courageously fight for their rights. In the last year, repression of political and human rights activists in Russia became mundane. Without fighting for our political and citizens' rights and against the current dictatorship, we will not be able to move much in humanizing the drug policy. I would like to express solidarity and once again call the international attention to those political activists who became victims of political repressions and shameless Russian justice and are now in prison. Maria Alyokhina, Ekaterina Samutsevich, and Nadezhda Tolokonnikova of the Pussy Riot, Taisia Osipova, whose case clearly demonstrates how drugs can be used as a tool for political repression. All the suspects of the 6th of May, some of whom are already in prison and some flee the country to save their freedom. Today, more and more political activists are thrown to prisons along with 800,000 more people, most of whom are poor and ill, victims of other ideological wars such as the war on drugs and the war on the poor. We have to continue our fight in the country which surprises the world with its amazingly rapid macroeconomic growth, but where 4 people die every hour of tuberculosis. The new G8 leader, which is the only country in the world where HIV epidemic continues to grow. In the city of Moscow, which is known as a city with the largest number of billionaires in the world, but which cannot provide basic harm reduction health services to its most vulnerable populations. With all the loss that we endured due to the shameless inaction of the so-called Russian government in the sphere of public health, we keep our fight for lives, health and freedoms of our peers. I'm especially honored to receive this award from the Canadian HIV/AIDS Legal Network and the Human Rights Watch, our closest partners who vigorously support us in our everyday human rights and advocacy work. Without this support, we would not exist and our activists would not receive the so needed legal help. When people ask me what are the main achievements in our work, I cannot name many. All the court trials are still in process, opioid substitution and needle programs are still not widely available, and people are stigmatized and discriminated against on the daily basis. But what we are really proud of is that now those whom everybody is used to think of as the most powerless, stigmatized and scared people, drug users themselves, start to race for their rights, dare to go to courts and write complaints to the UN and the European Court, give press conferences and talk openly about the oppression that they face. All that would not be possible without the support of our partners, and we are really grateful for giving us so much attention, care, support and solidarity throughout the years. Спасибо большое. Thank you very much.